Okay, here we go. It's time to rock. Lightly. Turned it back up to listen to it myself. Haha. Hey everybody, hello and welcome. It's time for another painting stream. I'm going to keep bumping this because of where it's at, so we're going to shift it over just a little bit. We're going to get this figured out eventually. The layout for both streams. I think the build stream actually winds up looking pretty good, but the paint stream, still trying to get this sorted. Trying to get that where I want it. But we're painting Death Guard tonight. We painted this boy last week, or 2 weeks ago. He looks great. I love him so. I'm really happy with how he turned out. He's nice and muddy, gritty, but also, hey Roxanne, also I think still looks really, really solid. So if the camera focused for a second there and then it decided it doesn't want to now. So this guy, who is way more neon green on that camera. All right, this guy. None of the cameras want to focus today, apparently. There we go. We painted him 2 weeks ago. We're going to paint another one today. We'll keep him down there as my little point of reference. I think we're going to go for this guy. I like him. We're gonna go for him today. For me, it was either going to be this guy or this guy with a busted up helmet, but his symbol of Nurgle is broken. And I've got to re-glue it, so we're not going to paint him today. But we'll go ahead and glue it real quick. Tiny little drop of glue here. And we just got to hold it for a little while. I put way too much glue on that. This is riveting, I'm sure, to watch. Alright. Now we're just going to let him dry. We're not going to paint him this week. So instead we're going to paint this guy. I'll put him on a stand. Alright. Paint like some kind of ooze. That's very true. It's very true. Like the symbol of Nurgle was oozing with rancid bloat and blot and rot. That was the word I was looking for the first time. But at least first we got to get the dust off. You don't ever want to paint it with dust on there. So we just dust him off. But I'm going to have to change the... I don't have to change the focus on the build streams. It actually winds up being almost perfect with autofocus. But I have to every time with paint streams, and I always forget that. Eventually, I'm going to have like a full setup in this room for these streams where the cameras are already there and don't have to get moved around, and they're set up at just the right distances and everything. That'll come with time. All right, properties, configure video, zoom, focus. Let's hold him up. Just might be able to get Sing Mode Tuesday. Nice. All right, now on. That's just about good right there. Oh boy, that just... Okay, that's where we want it. That's the focus I want. So let's make sure we got all the rest of the dust real quick. Get the big thick brush in there. Yeah, I see some still flying off that we missed with a little brush. I'm glad people like Sing Mode. That was a fun addition to the streams. And all the trigger stuff should be working again tonight, so we should be good there. All right, I also have been mixing up my Militarum green quite a bit. So one thing you don't want is you don't want any white chalkiness on the bottom of your paints. Let me see if I can find one that has it. That's where the paint settles. Here we go. Found one. We do still have Filbert, yes. So, Baseball's gray here. Supposed to be this nice, wonderful color. Obviously, that's not what you want. So when you have that happen, you have to shake it real good. And there's actually like stuff they sell that you put the pot on and it shakes it for you. But I'm gonna try and do this so it doesn't look like I'm doing something else. That didn't help taking a screen. We don't actually have to do this right now. I don't know what I'm doing. I just wanted to show process because I had to do it to my Militarum green, which is now wonderful and normal. So, all right. I did go shopping for a new brush, and I did buy the new brush, but it's in my wife's car. So, we're going to have to rely on her Filbert and good old Spotter. So, we're going to start with the green, which means we're going to start with Spotter. Prepare my ears? Okay. I am mentally prepared.
Must be purged.
This shall be a mercy. Alright. Let's start getting paint on the Mini. What I like about using the Spotter is it's very easy to get just what I want painted. And I can avoid the other stuff that I don't want to paint. Yet. Do-do. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do. Hopefully soon. I've been cleaning the house today. Trying to get things set up so that we can start recording some Kill Team matches soon. So it won't just be you get to see me paint them. Soon you get to see me play with them, hopefully. Hopefully. In the end. The mouse is thick, yeah. I like the mouse with all the buttons on the side. That is my favorite kind of mouse. I can hotkey a bunch of stuff. My mouse on Lotro are keyed to it. Let's start work on the other arm. Now this one's tough because he's got it inside a casing for this gun. And so we have to just get the highlights of the hand, but it's really going to make it pop when you can just see the hand there. Mouse just has sus written on it. Very nice. Very nice. Do, 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 do. And we're not sponsored with the contrast paints or anything, but I do love the way the contrast paints just bleed in, because it really makes it pop, in my opinion. All right, we also have to be really careful with the chest here, because I don't want to get any of the mouth. Technically aces, but it's still sus. Nice. Bring this down a little closer so that I can paint at my normal height with it still being nice and focused on stream. I think we used Skeleton Horde for the bone before, and there's a little bit of teeth in there. And then we use Volupus Paint for the tongue, but I want to get around that mouth in the green, because it is still a part of his armor, you know? And I know somebody may say, but Trey, you're doing this so slow. You could just brush over the top of it. What's it matter? But it matters to me. Yeah, he's hangry. I want this mouth to look good because it's the centerpiece of the model. You know, it's what people see when they see the model is they see this mouth in the middle of his chest. Also, I am very much not a speed painter. I'm getting faster at it, but I like taking my time, you know? That is much thicker than I wanted it to be a mask, but I think it's actually going to look pretty good being that thick on the mask. Hey, well. Oh, no, this song we have to skip, unfortunately. I gotta remove that from the deal. There was supposed to be a video that went up today, and I had to take it back down and remove that song from it because a company that does not own the rights to that song was claiming that they did. So I gotta remember to take that out of the playlist. Which is terrible, because it's a good song. I like it. Alright. It's been a long day. Did a lot of stuff today. Between cleaning the house and everything like that. I am wore out. And I feel like it's going to make my hand shake a little bit more than normal. Yeah, unfortunately. And with the way the YouTube copyright system is made, they can just say it's theirs even though it's not. There's nothing actually stopping them from doing that. It's on me to prove that it's not theirs, but I can't because the only way to prove it's not theirs is to own the rights to it, and I don't. Square just doesn't care if I use it. But since I don't own the rights to it, I can't prove it's not theirs, and so they get to just keep saying it's theirs. And that's just the way that ball's going to continue to roll, I suppose. Oh, I love this so much. The way this armor looks is so good. Yeah, Susan Wozniak stepped down this week, so we'll see what that means for YouTube. Or Wojcinski? That's it. Wojcinski, not Wozniak. Wojcinski. This is much thicker on the helmet, but I think it's actually going to look really nice that thick on the helmet. Oh, thought I had some paint on there, and I did not. Alright, let's get the foot. We avoid the maggots that we're going to come back through and do up in Volupus Pink. Alright. We got to get the shoulder blades. Ran out of juice! We could go to the filbert on these spots where we have a lot more paint to apply, and it would probably go faster. But I don't want to overcompensate and paint areas I don't want to get painted yet. We're going to do the back of the legs. I just want to get all the front done first. Alright, so that's the front. We still got to get the shoulders and the back, but he's looking pretty good so far. So far, so good. Alright, let's get the shoulders. Move back over the edges of those with the Nasdaq yellow. We'll do the same here. There we go. I have not found it yet, no, but I also have not looked in a couple days. I've been very busy. Did I say very busy or very busy? I cannot remember what I just said. Will can probably explain it better than I can, but funnel spam is a clip from an old Gundam Game Day stream that would make a great highlight for the channel if I could find it, but I don't remember which one it's from. Whew, that was tough to get, but I think I did. Alright, so now it's time for the back of the legs. I kind of want to do the symbol of Nurgle there in green. On the edge of the Plague Burst kit. Yeah, that looks nice. Alright, for the back. Speaking of backs. It is. It's so relaxing. And we get to paint the Nurgle boys. I did not see the upcoming Darktide update. No, what's going on there? 60 plus funnels on one mobile suit. Yeah, that's funnel spam. I did a little priming today. If you notice white on my fingertips. Fingertips? That's how that word goes, not fingernips. That'd be a weird thing to call them. That's why. While I was already out in the yard working on some stuff, figured I might as well do a little bit of priming. There we go. Bottom of the foot there. Can be really difficult to get spots like this. Some people paint their models before they assemble them. I find the glue really doesn't like sticking to primer or to paint, so I normally don't do that. Dun, 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 dun. I love this song. Octopath Traveler. Gotta make sure you can see what I'm doing here. Okay, let's see. Board going from 12 to 16 at once. Difficulty. Okay. Blessing unlocks. Any weapon type by its... Okay. There you go. That's not too bad at all then. Maybe that'll... So still no crafting yet. But... that might help a lot in the quest to get the weapons you want. Had a blue shirt on that stream. Okay. I have a few blue shirts. But that might help. So I will jot that down within my memory. My favorite blue shirt is my indignation shirt. We who stand at the gates of heaven, to you who bark at the gates of hell. Suffer the divine lightning. Indignation! At least I think that's how it goes. It's been a while. But I think that's how the indignation chant goes. Indignation is an ability from an art from Tales of the Abyss. Oh, nice. Okay, that's actually a really good change. can't get into this spot for his back. There we go. No Gundam cockpit around at that time either. Okay. I still have that file for the Gundam cockpit. But since we're not doing Gundam streams all the time, figure there's not much point in using it. What are we going to decide these are? Are they mouths or horns? I think we're going to say mouths. We'll do the very back of it here in green, and then do the further projections in volupus pink so that they pop a little more. All right. Okay, I think we've gotten just about all the green. I see a couple more spots. A lot of this music that we're using comes from the Trails soundtracks. Which, again, if you've never played a Trails game, I get it. They're really long, and there's a lot of them, but they're so good. They're so good. Alright, I think we got all the green. So, time to move to the next one. I did used to wear my glasses when streaming, didn't I? I remember that. And if you say, Trey, why don't you wear them now? It's because if I wear them now, there's too many lights. And, you can't see anything around my face because it just gets blinded by the glasses. Oh, yeah. The Falcom sound team, they're so good. And, yet again, another developer that's like, hey, yeah, you can use our music in your videos. We don't care. Just don't make a video just to the music, please. Or if you do, don't monetize it. It's like, thanks, Falcom. That rules. Appreciate it. Time for a quick sip. I had to hide the logo. Unless this company wants to sponsor it. I did used to have the power to blind people, yeah. I appreciate it very much. They're good brushes. They are very, very good brushes. They do. It's wonderful. Alright. So we're done with Militarum Green. Let's move into, I think the Wraithbone would be the easiest one to do next. The Skeleton Horde, not Wraithbone. Hey, that's more information than I had before, Will, so I appreciate it. And if you go, well, Trey, how do you know you have the rights to use this music or that music? I don't know what that is. So there'll be a couple streams that wind up with shared revenue until I get it down and figure out which ones I can cut from the soundtrack and which ones I can't. But I know all the Falcom stuff is good. And the Octopath Traveler stuff should have been good. But other people decided to claim they owned it. What can you do? Gotta remember to hold it back out again. I'm holding it forward. I can bring this back a little bit, and then when I bring it closer to me, it'll be okay. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. I love Plague Marines. So cool. Just again, for anybody that missed it on the lore for the Plague Marines, they've all been like infected by Nurgle's rot, basically. But they don't mind it so much because it also numbs all the pain they would feel otherwise. So they kind of like it. And just let them, like, be a lot stronger and have cool, like, stomach mouths. I mean, who wouldn't love a stomach mouth, right? No, I'm really glad you showed me these brushes, Waverly, because they're wonderful. I love them. They make it so easy. There's a couple teeth up here. Make sure we get those. Go. Cut out the middle, man. Yeah, it's pretty great. Also, you know, if you ever had to throw up, it's a lot easier. What a strange conversation to be having. That's true. The threat of choking is basically gone. Yeah. May have an MBX on Soup Breakdown. Okay. I'll thank Granddaddy Nurgle. Maxi Boost on Soup Breakdown. Okay. I love how weird and bizarre 40k is. And how it's not afraid to be gross. But it's also not like trying to be super gross, except for the Demunculaba. We don't talk about the Demunculaba. Oh, got a little bit on the tongue there. There we go. Yeah, it absolutely wraps back around in my mind. 100%. Like, it's why the memes are so good, right? It might have one at the end. Okay. Like, on the one hand, when you look at a Kriegsman from the Deathcore of Krieg, that is like, yeah, no, I prefer to fight in a battle where I'm probably going to die by the end of it to prove that I'm still loyal. It's like, well, that's, you know, that's really sad. When you think about it, that's really sad. But then you see the Kriegsman in action, and he's so over the top trying to get himself killed on the battlefield that it wraps right back around again to like, no, it's not sad anymore. This is hilarious. Look at this Kriegsman over here going, yeah, did we shell him? But did we shell him, though? You know, let me just go make sure we shelled him. And if you want to keep shelling them, you just keep shelling them. I'm going to go down on the front line. You just keep shelling them. Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. I probably won't be fine. That's what I want. So you just keep shelling them. It's like, what? Drive me closer. I want to hit them with my sword. The murderous knights. So the Deathcore of Krieg can be murderous. Yeah, they ride on mounts and kill people with them. Brushes your faves. Yeah, they're so good. They're so good. Look at this too. Combine those brushes with the contrast paint. And I mean, you know, if I had to look at the brand, if this brand wants to sponsor us, you know your brushes. You could sponsor us. I definitely won't say no. The Deathcore of Krieg's a cool thing because they're like, hey, at some point, some of our people betrayed the Emperor. To prove we're loyal, we're just gonna be as crazy as possible. Whatever it takes to prove we're loyal. It's like, I think at this point you've proven it, guys. I don't think you need to keep going so hard at it. I think you've proven you're loyal now. Oh, look at how good that tongue looks. Chivalry. Yeah, exactly. Tongue looks so good, man. Yeah, contrast paints just really pop. I got a lot of flack when I first started for using contrast paints instead of paints and then layer paints. But I can't get a better look with anything than the way this looks. Contrast paints just look so good. And we'll do Basilicanum Gray inside all the middle parts of that. Also, like, because of the way the contrast paint works, it pools in that curvature of the tongue, so you get the lighter pink on the outside and the deeper pink in the middle, and it just looks really nice. All right, we're going to go ahead and use a Volupus Pink for the cape as well. Yeah. I've had to learn a lot about color theory, and again, shout out to Waverly, because I would not have started this project without her. She gave me a lot of tips about color theory when I first started, and directed me to more YouTube channels like Jazza that could give me more tips on color theory. And I'm like, hey, do I want this to be this shade of pink, or do I want it to be a different shade of pink? Well, no, actually, I do want it to be this shade of pink, because it's going to go really well with the shade of green. And I have been using those lessons ever since. And if you're wondering what I'm doing, why I'm going back over this again... Oh, there's an ad. Okay. Well, probably can't see it anyway. So I'll wait to talk about it till the end, unless you're watching on YouTube, and then you can see it. You lucky people on YouTube don't have to watch the ads. So if you're wondering why I'm still going over all this, say there's really no wrong way. Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. If you're wondering why I'm going back over this again, like multiple times, even though we've already got the paint on it, it's because I want to give this cape almost the same look as a tongue, where it's like striated, so that it really pops. Also, I've changed my mind on the maggots. We're not going to do those in Volupus Pink. We're going to do those in Gore Grunta. Or actually, we're going to do those in Gilliman Flesh, I think. Trying to figure out free chat by sliding my finger on the touchpad. Okay. It has been many years now. Which colors at work today? They need flesh tone. It had a yellow. Yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff you can do, but it's not easy. All right, I think that's coming up pretty good there. All right. Let's do the next part in Gilliman Flesh, because it'll really make it pop. What did we do? Okay, we did that one in Volupus Pink, so we'll do the spine in Volupus Pink again. Bled out just a little bit there where I didn't want it to. That'll be all right. There we go. Makes it pop. Okay. Next up is Gilliman Flesh. And again, I've been asked for why I don't do assembly line painting. I was having so much trouble. Yeah, I don't remember that stream all that well all these years later, but I do remember that if memory serves, I gave up on that because I was getting very frustrated. Anyway, yeah, people have asked me why I don't just assembly line paint. I think I talked about this 2 weeks ago, but for me, assembly line painting, it's good, right? It's very helpful. It works. It allows you to do a lot of minis in a very short amount of time. And I assembly line paint sometimes when I'm painting just for myself. But I don't like assembly line painting for the channel because I like doing the models. I'm off camera again. I like doing the models one at a time because it really shows the progress. And also, when you assembly line paint, it is like a series of models are on the desk during a stream, and I just don't think that's good content-wise, you know? We also have some, like, dripping ooze here that we're actually probably going to go back to Volupus Pink for to make that pop again. It was great. I'm glad you enjoyed it, sir. Alright. Did Gore Grunta for the armor. Yeah. Yeah. I understand. Hard to match if you have to go back. Yeah. I don't blame you. Okay, I think that's all the maggots. With these mouths here too, with this Gilliman flesh. But they pop just a little bit more compared to all the other colors. And there's a mouth right there. There we go. Oh, I didn't even see that maggot. We almost missed a maggot. Would it be a Miss Maggotus? That's a bad Pokemon joke. That was terrible. I'll do better next time. I'm so sorry. There we go. On casino stage? Okay. I do remember that part. I wish we'd had the clipping function back then, where somebody in the chat could have just clipped it for us. And from Black Magic Crafts, a few terrain pieces don't match up because you don't at different times. Yeah, that's why I always try to, like, I go back and watch the previous streams to see what colors I used. Because it's important to me to make sure that they look like a set, you know? And if we ever do a Death Watch kill team, those will be different. Because the lore of the Death Watch is that they're from a bunch of different chapters. There we go. Those globules look really nice now. And made sure and get them nice and wet so that they have that little extra shimmer on them. You know? Alright. So, we're doing pretty good. We still gotta do the Gorgrunta. We still gotta do the Basilicanum Gray. And then I think we still need a little bit of touch up with like Snakebite Leather. Which I don't think we actually... I don't think I grabbed Snakebite Leather. Yeah, I did. Okay, it's over here. I knew I'd need it tonight. But I couldn't remember if I grabbed it. I love Delfino Plaza. That song's so good. Alright, let's do Gorgrunta next. For the contrast. And the shoulders. That'll make them look all nice and finished. I love the way that Gorgrunta comes together. Goosey in an Age FX DLC. Little by little, that stream is coming back to me the more that you talk about it. Are those the same colors? They look like it. I just found that too light comparatively. But, oh well. What was I just talking about? Watching the old ones? I did, and I said that I use Gorgrunta. But I could have been wrong. We're actually going to do this in Gorgrunta. Back of that. It's funny. I would not put it past me to be wrong. I said my game was chugging a little bit. Will, you have an amazing memory. Oh no, I grabbed the edge of that maggot just then with the Gorgrunta. Alright, now it just kind of looks like a striation in there. Lotra update, closing in on 4.2. Nice. Getting close. I'm getting real close. I want to hit 50 before Monday, and I'm getting real close. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, that's the right color. It's just... maybe. If not, I'll go back over it with Nasdaq yellow. Because I think now that might be Nasdaq yellow. Has a notepad with notes? Yeah, could be. Could be. The end of whenever feeling down, I understand. If that burp came across on the mic, I'm sorry. I didn't think that it did, but I'm not positive. So just apologizing now, just in case. A little bit of Gorgrunta in there. Alright. I said Gorgrunta, but that sure doesn't look the same. I understand. It's close enough that it's not gonna bother me. Didn't hear about Lotra's blasting in here, so... I understand. Somebody's having fun. I'm glad he is. Let's thin that out a little more before we run it across that upper seam there for the armor. There we go. And then got that much deeper than I wanted to. This song is from Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Promise it was you who wished that I would stay. I love this song. Said I can hear him. Nice. Hi, buddy. Right along the edges of the wrist. Alright. I think that's good for the Gorgrunta. Oh, we did it at the bottom of the legs too. Okay. Across the seams of the armor right there. Just to make them pop a little more. Yeah, that looks really good. Use a little light brushing technique when there's barely any of the paint left. Really does make it pop. Okay. Now, next up, let's go ahead and do... we have a lot of gray to do, so I'm kind of saving the gray. Let's go ahead and do the Basilicano. Or no, not the Basilicano. He might get into the stuff I'm doing. One day. One day. One day. The question now is just which character am I going to do that on, because I'm playing 11 characters on Lotro now. Alright, let's go ahead and do the sword. The snakebite leather. I can hear it all. I can just hear it all. Oh, the scene where this song plays in Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is so good. Also, I love the way snakebite leather looks. It is such a good color. I'll mix that in there too and just really make that pop. Such a good color. One that's his favorite. We will level up. Yeah. Yeah. That's right. That's right. Honestly, I love the Lore Master. It's so much fun, but I'm really leaning towards Hunter is really fun, the Bjorning's really fun, the Champion's really fun, and the Warden's really fun. Those are the ones that I'm playing the most right now. Alright, let's go Basilicanum Gray. Let's go ahead and start on that gray. We also need Black Templar, but let's go ahead and do the gray. Go. Alright. We need to get the chainmail in here. Underneath the tongue tabard. Got a little bit more gray on there than I wanted to. Go. What I like so much about the Basilicanum Gray is that it doesn't so much like destroy all the other colors around it, or even the primer. It just kind of makes the primer pop. It doesn't take away the consistency of the primer or the brightness of the primer. This is Hunter. Here's the one that turns into the bear. Yeah, Bjornings are super cool. Also, like, really strong. But as Anomalous has pointed out before, the best thing about Bjorning is that you just choose to go fast, and then you just ping, as a bear, and it's great. Alright, there we go. Nice and thick on there, because we want it to be muddy. We want it to be dark, because this is a Plague Marines Plague Burster cannon. This is a cannon he's probably had for 10,000 years, or something close to it. It's been through the muck. It's been through a tough time. Air travel's so fun because there's zero induction. Yeah, you're just going. You turned on the NOS. Not about trying to spell. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. So you may say, Trey, you were being so careful with your gray before. Why are you just making it all gray now? Because I'm going to go back over it with Black Templar. And Black Templar looks different if it's on Basilicanum Gray or if it's on Bear Primer. It looks a lot muddier if it's on Basilicanum Gray. And I want that muddy look. So I started really carefully with the stuff that I want to stay gray. And then I'm going to come back through with a Black Templar and muddy it all up. Because we also want the gun to pop. It's one of his big features on him. The mouth is obviously the biggest feature. But the gun is also something that's really eye-catching, something you're going to notice. So we want it to pop. So that no matter what angle you get a camera shot of it on in the game, you get to see how cool he looks. And then we need the hilt of the sword to be gray. Top of the blade to be gray. Have a good one, Will. Atlas has been really good about the P5 soundtrack, too. Persona 5 soundtrack with streamers and YouTubers, which is really nice. Whims of Fate is so good. I almost missed it, but we have to bring back our pink There's a single drop of ooze coming off the gun there. All right, it's Black Templar time. Yeah, that's definitely not the same color. I may have said it was Gorgrunta flesh. Those are not the same colors. I like the Gorgrunta flesh more. That's what we're going to do the rest of them in. But those two definitely aren't the same. So now we know. All right. Let's make this pop. When I first started doing this, I would have ruined that symbol of Nurgle trying to paint this black. I need to get some Q-tips to be able to dab with. Either past Trey's a liar or now Trey wasn't paying attention. I think past Trey was a liar. I think he missed it. I think he had a different color than he thought he had. The main goal here is going to be to keep the actual, like, mechanism of the gun in gray, but the housing in black. And I think that's going to make it pop a lot more. I'm breathing directly into the mic. I just realized that. Alright, so a couple things that we missed. We got to get that little drop there. Autocorrect each K on the word no. Yeah, it's fine. Breathing ASMR. And we missed a maggot there that we'll need to get. I want to say we mixed just a little bit of something else into this blade before. For this blade back here, it might have been a little bit of gray. Just put a light dusting of Black Templar in it. Just the lightest little bit of that to darken it up a little. Basically, we're doing low rent edge highlighting. There we go. Gives it just a little bit more detail and a little bit more color. Okay. I think that might have been a little bit too much Black Templar. I think we'll go back over it again with Gorgrunta when we do, or Gilliman Flesh when we do that maggot that we missed. Those sneaky maggots. I think we might go ahead and start on the next guy, but I don't think we're gonna finish the next guy tonight because I do want to get this guy completed first. A couple little spots we got to touch on here. First one being this maggot, and we'll mix just a little bit of Gilliman Flesh there. Once that dries, that should look good. All right. Want to really make these mouths pop too. So I think we're gonna try to make them shine here with... I don't necessarily want to use black. I think we might use some of the pink. Just put like a dab of the volupus pink in the middle of the mouth and make it pop that way. Because I'm afraid if I use the black, it's going to overpower that. Darling, I lost hand. Heartbeat for a demon. He's looking pretty good, though. I'm really happy with him so far. Yeah. P5 has such great music. Also, like, this playlist is supposed to be randomized, but we're getting a bunch of P5 ones. Paper there gives you anxiety? Yeah. I need to get how about the wet palette or the paper towel that I'm using to wipe the paint? I need to get some Q-tips. For sure. Alright, let's use volupus pink. And let's make this pop. Also, this is one of those rare occasions where the barrel of the gun is already, like, barreled out. It's already dremeled out. They did that for you, which is really nice, but you don't get that very often in 40K. Oh, yeah, that's exactly the effect I wanted. The wet palette? Yeah. We'll be done with it soon. And then we'll get a new one. A little bit of goo coming off the bottom of that. Alright, I think we can call this guy done. Let me bring him a little bit closer. Thank you. The only thing I'll say with the Militarum Green, I like the way it looks a lot. It does get kind of like that brushed on look. Between these two, you can see it kind of is a little more brushed on. And it does pool in some places where it looks deeper. But you're also not going to be looking at the models like this all the time. You're going to be looking at them back here. And so, I think it looks really nice, but I understand why some people don't like it. I grab my Custody real quick. Let me wash the pink off this brush real quick. Take care of your brushes. You want them to last, you got to take care of them. Okay. If I get Custodies, like those paintings, yeah. You can tell that the Nasdaq yellow looks a little brushed on in places, but I like the way I think it looks more like the armor is weathered and a little beaten up. You can also see, yeah, better from afar, for sure. You can also see how much painting skills have improved in just a short time with, I say a short time, it's been months with these two models. I'm really proud of how he looks, but I didn't do a lot of highlighting to make him really pop. The Custody, it's a lot of just like 4 colors all across the model. There's little bits of red mixed into the boots when it shouldn't be, you know? But when you compare that to, like, it's a big difference between that and the Death Guard. So, if you ever think you can't paint, just keep trying, because trust me, if I can do it, anybody can do it. So, there we go. That's our guy. Now, we got some choices, chat. Take another sip. We need a full team of these guys painted. And the Death Guard kill team is 4 bodies, but we need 5 so that we have options. So, I want to show you again who we've got. We got this guy with the bells, and he looks really cool. I like him a lot. We got this guy with the power claw. Got a hose. He got a belly mouth too. Got a pistol in the other hand. He's pretty cool. He was a huge pain to put together, but he's got a face on his backpack. Then we've got Gunner. We're probably going to wind up painting the Gunner. I like the Gunner a lot. He looks really cool. Cheats on his channel. He has trimmers. See, there you go. We got this guy with the big gas gun. That was a pain to put together too. But he's got the controller for it in the other hand. Love the way he looks. Very, very cool. And then we got this guy with the split helmet, because his helmet's been broken open, with the melee weapons. He's very cool as well. The symbol of Nurgle is now glued on. Good to go there. So, we will start on another one tonight, see how far we get. Which one do you want to see most, chat? Giving you the option. I guess I could put them all down here where you have the view of them. I'm just seeing my arm come back in and on the stream over and over now. What do you think, chat? Split helmet? That's a vote for split helmet, guy. I don't know what it is. Anytime we're having like a good time and things are going great, I suddenly have to go to the bathroom. But we're not stopping yet. We're gonna keep going. I'm not seeing any other notes come in. So I'm gonna go ahead and start cleaning off split helmet guy. Oh, Doug the Gunner. Tried and true, okay. I'm gonna start cleaning the split helmet guy and we'll see how it goes. We'll clean off the Gunner too. For anybody who says, what do you mean clean off? They're already primed. You shouldn't have to clean anything. Specifically, I mean the dust. Especially since they're primed in white, dust accumulates on them, and you don't want to paint that dust on them. Now, the paint turns dust once they're painted, but the prime does not. This is true for any minis that you paint too, like D&D minis, things like that. You definitely want to dust them off if you have primed them and aren't immediately painting them that day. For instance, look at these two side by side. And it may not seem like there's a lot of dust on there, but when we get them close, there's quite a few. That's true. The dust is not near as bad with these as it is with some models. But some, you really gotta be careful. Gunner. I don't know which Gunner you meant, Anomalous, but I'm assuming you meant this Gunner. Because he's the one classified Gunner. I don't actually remember what the other guy, this guy, is classified as. But he's cool. He looks like he's a vacuum, but actually that thing shoots out plague dust that melts people. It's very cool. This guy's got a flamer. Or a melta. It works as the one. That's the one. Yeah, I figured. It works either way. Tell you what, chat. We'll do a little bit of new math there. Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. They're meant to look like grime. We'll do a little bit of assembly line painting here, and we'll do the green on both of these today, and then we'll stop. That way we can come back to it next time. I feel like you meant aftermath and it auto-corrected to afternoon math, but I like the phrase afternoon math. That's a good phrase. I like it. I'm gonna start trying to use it. Also, after tonight, I will throw this wet palette away, and then it will be gone. So hopefully that will help too. Doom, boom, 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 boom. Is he like a swear for some reason? Well, I guess we see how much you hate math, Anomalous. See, for me, it sounds like a greeting. Afternoon, Math. Like, now I want to know who Math is. I'm interested in meeting this guy. Math hates you. Yeah, I understand that, too. Well, I did not just mean to get the blade of that knife that I didn't realize was there, covered in green. But, there we go. So that knife's going to be fun to work on later. It's a mid of its own, huh? Yeah, I know what you mean. A mind of its own, for sure. I just think it's really funny while you're talking to autocorrect, it autocorrects you. A plague blade. Yeah, exactly. It just you stab them and then they get poisoned. And the disease is called death. It's a pretty great disease. What a strange sentence. Can anything be considered a great disease? Kill them with death. I do see. You want to talk smack, huh? I'll correct you while you're talking smack. That blade is in a really confusing place. Bonus points if you played a Necronox. I have not played a Necronox. Yeah, that blade is in a really unfortunate place for painting, but that's okay. We'll get it. We will get that blade later. This guy's also got grenades. This guy's set up. He's ready to go. Tomorrow with You. That's a good song. All right. Now, this guy's got a really interesting setup because he's got these plates that are part of a robe that has been incorporated into the tongue tabard of the armor. So we're going to do them in green, but we're going to come back over them in a different color. I just want the base of the green in there and make them look like they used to be part of the armor before they became part of the living infestation of disease is now a part of his armor. So in the Death Guard, there's a guy named Typhus, and he just has like a swarm of wasps inside him at all times. They're just a part of who he is now. He is also part hive, and I think that's really cool. I wanted, before I got into Tyranids as my second army, I wanted to collect Death Guard because I think the Death Guard are really cool. And if I ever spring for a third army, it probably will be Death Guard. Either that or Tau, because Tau have mechs. But I do really like the Death Guard. Just Plague Boys. Going around doing Plague Boy stuff. Has the entire galaxy succumbed to disease yet? No? Plague Boy's got plague stuff to do. See, you got some plague stuff to do. That is way thicker than I wanted it to be on there. We're going to have to thin that down so you can actually see the detail in there. Like that. There we go. Doing it off cam again. I'm so sorry. That's the whole point of having 2 cameras. And yet. Tower probably the least horrible faction conceptually. Yeah, they are. They're closest thing to good people. They're not good, but they're close. I swear I'm not as illiterate as my autocorrect makes me sound. That'd be a really handy sticker to have. Go. Alright, green's coming together really well on this guy. Let's get the gauntlet over here next. Good old Flash Man. How can I target you? Always admired man and his flawless design. Alright, so now's the hard part. These shoulders. One of the shoulders is like a multi-tiered like insect thing, and I don't want to do it in green. I want to do it in the same color as the maggots. No, I'm not drunk. That's just my talk to text. So we're not going to touch that shoulder at all in the green. Because I want to make that really shine. But this one over here we are going to do in the green. Because it's a face. Actually, do I want to do it in the green or do I want to do it in the bone? I think we'll do it in the green. Because originally it was a pauldron. And we'll do just like a light touch of pink for the eye when we do the other colors of this guy. Alright, we also have to be careful with the helmet. We don't want to get any of the slit part in the green, because we're going to go do that with the pink. Don't touch my shoulder. But I have to touch the shoulder. It's important. Just cross-referencing with the other guys there. I'm going to have to bring this camera like down and right over here so that when I come this way you can still see. Alright, so as you can see we have his tear here for his helmet. That is not in the green. That should look really nice when we get it painted. So now for this guy, just the backpack, and then we're done with his green. I'll do the other guy's green, and then we'll call it for today. I also like how when I re-glued the symbol of Nurgle, it didn't get re-glued back straight. I actually really like that because it means that it looks like it's been hit by a round or something, and it shifted over. All right. And then after the stream, I will go back to working on getting my sky scale. We're We're gonna come back over the symbol of Nurgle with gold, but I want it to have the undercurrent of green for the sake of that rotting, pestilent look. That I think is really gonna make it look nice. I feel like I've become a lot more adventurous lately with my painting. Where I'm willing to just go ahead and drop a coat of something on there. Because I can always come back over it with something else I want. Or I can just scrub it back clean if I don't like it. And that's good. I like that. Because it means that I don't feel so bad about mistakes that I make. Like, you know, hey, I made a mistake. Oh, well. Alright, so that's the green done on that guy. And then as per our agreement, chat, do the green on the gunner. And then we call it for today. Dracula's Castle. Dun, 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 dun. And none of these guys have wound up free of Nurgle's influence. So they're all got some deviations on them. We will need to come back over with gray right there because that's where that comes in. But, and then we got to be real careful with this arm because I want to get those skulls in the skeleton horde. Da, 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 da. Looks like you might not be the only one with some autocorrect problems there, Waverly. Looks like Roxanne got by the autocorrect too. You couldn't hear that pop on stream. There we go. It's always hard to get the chests when they've got their gun held up. Dun, 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 dun. I'm jumping ahead on the song. Same with this guy. I want to get those first and then clean them up. And then when you're at the 2 shop because one of your clients is getting the symbol on their chest. I understand. I understand. I like the Nurgle boys. They're pretty cool. I mean, they're traitorous, but they're pretty cool. The traitor Astartes. Following Mortarion. I had to look up more about their lore. I don't actually know that much about Death Guard lore. Love this song so much. I've already used it in so many videos. I feel pretty good about our progress today. We should next time be able to clean up the other two pretty easily. Because we've already got the main color done on both of them. And by other two, I mean these two. I don't know why I said other two. Nothing else from that game. I understand. Old Morty himself is kind of a jerk, from my understanding, but out of all the Primarchs, at least he seemed to care a little bit about his sons. I think Magnus still cared the most, but, you know, that didn't help him much, thanks to Ahriman. Oh, no! Oh, no, Rundgren, your bacon. I can't save your bacon, Rundgren. I'm sorry. Good old Crash Man. Also, if you like Mega Man music, but you've never listened to the Megas albums, you absolutely have to go listen to them. They did like a whole opera, basically, about a rock opera about the Mega Man lore. Crash Man wants to work against his programming to try and help Mega Man stop Dr. Wily. Fire and steel. Let's rock. We are almost done here. I appreciate everybody hanging out. Appreciate everybody sticking around. Never did play 9 and 10. They were okay. I have to replay them as part of the full replay through all the Mega Man games that I'm slowly doing on the channel. I'm gonna start really digging into it once I beat all the main story for Guild Wars 2. But we'll see how I feel about them then. But I didn't love them as much as I love 2, 3, 5. All right. So we got a lot of finishing touches to do on these guys. We have a lot of other colors and touch-up to do, but let's get before we stop here. Let's get the edge of the bottom of these in that green to match the others. All right, so same schedule as usual next week. We'll be doing Monday, Rainbow Mondays, a podcast on Tuesday. We'll be doing Rundgren will be playing something Wednesday. We'll figure that out Tuesday, and you can come be a part of the vote if you want. Then Thursday, we'll have the TTRPG podcast. Got some ideas of what we're going to talk about. You'll have to wait and see. It'll be a fun surprise. And then next Friday, we'll be building, and I'll grab that model over here because I have it waiting just so I can grab it. We will be building the Burning Gundam. So hopefully everybody's excited for that. I know I am. I appreciate everybody coming to hang out. We got a lot done, I think. Just brush real quick. Just got to make sure the brush stays nice and clean, nice and trimmed, nice and wonderful and beautiful, taken care of. All right. This stuff is great, by the way. We're not sponsored, but brush cleaner and preserver. It's very good. I follow the pattern that I saw somebody on YouTube do it. So, good stuff. Painting, consider getting some. We're not sponsored, but we could be. But no, I think we got a lot done. We got these guys greened. We'll do them next time. And we got this guy completely finished. And I think he looks really good, honestly. I do. I think he looks really, really nice. The blade turned out a little bit darker than I want it to be. And I may scrub that blade clean, but also I kind of like it being like a grungy looking blade. Chipped and torn. But either way, thanks everybody hanging out. Let me know your thoughts, what I should have done different, what I should have done better in the comments down below. And until next time, I've been Trey. This has been The Full Spectrum. Remember to always enjoy the full spectrum. Painting. And painting minis has to offer.